Alright, back again, Luke here. Today I figured I'd show you this kind of rare and unique arcade board. And this is made by Midway. It's using the MCR1 arcade hardware, and it came out in 1981. Wound up getting this off the auctions a couple of days ago for $10. And if you look at the name down here, it's called Kick. Now, some of you may have never heard of this. I know that I didn't really know a lot about it until I did some research online. And after putting in Midway and Kick, the first few times I was only able to come up with links for Mortal Kombat and Midway kick harnesses and things like that. This board did not come up very often at all. And finally I was able to find some information on it. And this board here had two names. It was called Kick, and the second name was Kickman. And it was kind of a sequel, I guess you could say sequel loosely, but it was kind of based around the Pac-Man series. What they did is they made this board here to try and get some more money since Pac-Man was really successful. But this game didn't really make that much, and kind of slowly but surely disappeared from the market. And I got this board here for $10, and the guy on the auction said that he'd never played it. He bought it and he didn't know how to hook it up, so just sat in his garage for who knows how long. But I thought, well, you know, if he didn't know how to hook it up, I could probably give it a shot. I was a little bit disheartened, though, after getting it back home and finding out that there was more to the story than what he had mentioned. There were a lot of burn marks on the board, a lot of burnt components. There were a lot of cutout components, burnt capacitors, burnt resistors, and it looked really hopeless from the beginning, honestly. This is one of the capacitors here, and just burnt in half. And I thought this board might be fried, but instead of giving up on it, I figured I'd try and give it a shot. I went back online and tried to find the pinouts for this, and did a really rough soldering job here just to see if this thing would power on or not. But what I found is that there's this J2 harness over here, and it has 9 pins on it. Pin number 1 is the red, pin 3 is green, and pin 5 is blue. Pins 2, 4, and 6 are ground, and then pins 8 and 9 are the horizontal and vertical sync, negative horizontal and vertical. And up here on this J1 harness, this is pins 1 through 20. Pin number 15 is missing, and pins number 2 through 5 are the plus 5 volts. Pins 6, 7, 10, and 14 are ground, and then pin number 18 is your plus 12 volts. So I wired all that up. I actually took out all of these EEPROMs, took out the mask ROMs, took out the ICs, even took out these paper straps. I'd never seen these before, but these paper ribbon cables, they're just basically wire wrapped in paper. Really, really hard to get out and really hard to put back in. A lot of hassle, but I replaced all the burnout components with parts that I had and tried to clean it up as best as I could do, and finally got the board to turn on. Now there's still some issues with it that I don't know what's going on with it. I've never owned this kind of hardware before, and you know, the fact that I was able to get it up and running I'm just happy with, but I don't know if it's the converter here. I don't know if I have something that I still need to wire up with the video sync. I don't know what it is, or if it's still a burnout component on here or something, I'm not sure, but the video does display. It just displays really weird and strangely, and it doesn't hold for very long. It's constantly changing. Oh, one other interesting thing about this board, before I show you what it looks like, is that this board was originally in a cabinet, like a shooting cab. The image is inverted, so you actually need a mirror to see the image upright, or to see it correctly. It's reversed, so it's one other interesting part to this thing that I didn't know too much about. But let's flip this on here, I'll show you what it's doing. About 30 years or so, you know, this thing's 30 plus years old, and let's see what it does. As you can see, it'll go through this scrolling part, At the beginning, it looks semi-decent or semi-reasonable. You can kind of see a semi-clear picture. I guess you can't really call that clear, but it'll stop for about a few seconds and adjust itself, and you'll be able to see the image somewhat clear, and then it'll kind of go fuzzy again, and yeah. I can tell that the game is working, but as far as this issue here, I don't know what is causing this, and I don't know, this converter here this video converter that I got just does not like Midway boards. All of my Mortal Kombat boards, it does something similar like this, or it locks up the image, it doesn't keep it clear, and yeah, I don't know. But you can see the name, it scrolls along, you can see Kick, and you can see the title in the background, you can see some of the balloons, things like that. The image is reversed, but yeah, then it starts to do this, and this gets really, really fuzzy right here, but it's a very interesting game. Basically, you're a guy on a unicycle, and you wind up rolling back and forth on the unicycle, popping balloons on top of your helmet that has a spike on top of it. And there's Pac-Man and some of the Pac-Man ghosts inside the game here as well. But the object is that a lot of the items that fall down, they fall down really quickly and in different patterns. And there's a kick button. So when the item falls down kind of fast, you can rush towards it, press the kick button, and kick it back up for a second chance. And then, if you don't get it on the second time, you can kick it back up again. As long as the balloon or the Pac-Man or whatever doesn't hit the ground, you're all set. But it's a really wild game. There's only like 1 or 2 videos up on YouTube for Kickman, and if you type it in, you can kind of see what it's like. One of the videos is just a guy dying left and right, but it looks really challenging, really hard. But I just want to show you guys that this board that I thought had no life left in it is somewhat working right now. But once again, I don't know exactly what the cause is for this video disruption here. I don't know if it's caused from some points that are still bad on it, if there's something that needs to be changed with the video sync, or if it's this converter here. One of those things is bound to be the cause, but I figured I'd show you guys this kind of unique and interesting game here, and hopefully eventually sometime in the future, if I can either find out what the cause is with these wires, or I can get something to display a proper image, I'll give you guys a little bit of a look at it through some gameplay. But yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Blurry Kickman.